guys.
Matt, just the decision to just keep the starters on offense in for one series.
Yeah, that was just a decision. Yeah, we're gonna play in between 5 to 10 plays. I think they got 7 or 8 plays, so they played that one drive. Obviously, it didn't end the way we wanted it to, but you know, that was what we went in with. You know, thinking probably 10 is the max, and they're right there at 7. So you know, got some live reps for them, and wanted to get Will in there and the rest of the guys.
Matt, you're down there at the goal line. What's sort of the discussion with you and Joe, and maybe you had it before the game, in terms of how much you want to show there versus trying to punch the ball?
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna run our base stuff. We didn't have like the goal line packages out there, you know, and all those different things. You know, we're trying to save our tight ends a little bit because we knew we were gonna play the whole game, and so you know, we only have 6 of them. So just you know, ran plays. You know, again, we want our guys to get their pads down. We want Chuba to try to run through some contact and go score. So it's not really something where we're game planning it and trying to be tricky. We're trying to run good, you know, old-fashioned football plays and get in. And so you know, we threw the one pass, but even on 4th and 1 in the season, maybe that's a run pass option or something. But right now we're trying to establish, you know, can we get that yard or not? We didn't get that yard tonight, so that's something that we have to improve upon as a team.
Any impressions of Will that stand out?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Will did a nice job, pushed the ball down the field, made some big throws. You know, unfortunately, he had some checks in the protection game that hurt him, and you know, kind of had to get rid of the ball. You know, but you know, it looked like it was. You know, I have to watch the tape, but it looked like it was. He made some big throws down the field. So, or at least that one, I guess. So, I have to go back and watch it. You know, I thought he had good poise out there, and you know, I thought Terrace did a couple good things out there. So there were some really, you know, there were some signs of good football out there.
What do you think ailed you the most in the second half moving the football?
Ailed us the most. I mean, honestly, just not moving it. You know, I mean, like, just couldn't kind of get a first down. Couldn't really protect. Couldn't really get open versus man coverage. Never could. You know, and that really spiraled towards the defense. Right, then the defense was out there for 6, 7, 8 plays. So, you know, we were able to convert some plays, or at least some first and second down plays in the first half, and have some longer drives. You know, really probably should have scored, you know, 14 or 17 or 13 at least points in the first half. The second half, just you know, just couldn't get the ball moving.
Sam's very brief amount of time, how did you think he did?
You know, good. I mean, I thought hung on the one. You know, it wasn't open right away, but he knew it was going to be open. He trusted Robbie. He found a way to get the ball to him. Made all the right checks, and then, you know, I think Joe called a play action pass down there. It wasn't open. He threw the ball away. So kind of some of the things that we're looking for him to do. You know, live to play another play. So you know, it was just a chance for him to get out there and get his feet wet, get those guys out there. I liked our operation. We were quick. So, you know, we'll get him out there a little bit more next week.
Having said about not having a game plan for the red zone.
Oh, I didn't say that. No, I said no. I'm saying we're not trying to be tricky. I'm saying, like, I don't want to make it sound like that. We work. Those coaches work hard. They just are trying to keep it very base. You know, we don't want to show like, hey, here's our double reverse this, here's our trick play that. You know, so I just want to make sure that comes across right out there, soundbite wise. You know.
What's your level of confidence? Has this team improved? Because that was an area of emphasis, I guess, to get better than that this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've gotten a lot better. But at the end of the day, it comes down to results, right? So 2 games in a row, we haven't been great in the red zone or on third down. So, yeah, we'll just have to continue to see where we are with it. But
I'm sorry, could you use a fullback?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I know you've had a couple in camp. I mean,
Yeah.
Is that some position you'd like to fill?
Yeah, if we find the right one. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about Chua's game tonight and what he's done so far through camp and a couple of games?
Yeah, I mean, he's like all rookies, right? He's had a couple of good plays. He made a nice play in the screen, had a couple nice runs. Also put the ball on the ground. So rookies can be up and down, you know, so we want to build on the positive and we want to try to eliminate the negative. So, you know, you can't put the ball on the ground and continue to play at this level. But he has shown some explosiveness, and he's a hard worker, played on the special teams as well. So I think he'll only just continue to get better.
Matt, another miss for Joey tonight. At what point do you start to become more concerned about him, or do you still have as much confidence in him?
No, it's like everything else. I mean, you have to produce, and so far Joey has not produced at the level, you know, we need him to. So I think he'd be the first guy to say that. You know, we have to find a way to get over that hump with him.
Matt, Frankie, who seemed to have a good game today, what have you thought about how he's done so far through camp in these first 2 preseason games?
Well, he didn't play much in the first preseason game. He had the one pressure off the edge and made a nice play. Looked like he made some contact plays today. The biggest thing is he punches the ball out. He plays with tremendous intensity, and got the ball out today. So it seems like he's a difference maker so far in these first 2 games in terms of, some key plays, some wow plays. So we'll continue to try to find ways to get him on the field.
One more?
Do you have a plan for how much Sam and the starters will play next week?
Yeah, we probably won't say it yet, but we're hoping it's up around a half, depending on how everything is. So if it's less than that or more than that, then so be it. But
I think that's important now to get him a good, solid half of football.
I don't want to say half. I said like that. That's my hope. But I think he needs to play some. I thought he needed to play tonight. Didn't want to put him too much out there without Robbie and DJ and Johnny. But I thought the other guys filled in. Dennis did a nice job. Robbie, was able to get a couple plays in there, and the 2 joint practices were tough. These guys answered the bell and they went out there and they played tonight, which was great. So, hopefully next week we'll be in a little bit more rested of a state, even though it is only 6 days, and I'll be able to play a little bit more. So hopefully around a half, but again, that could always change.
Last question from Atlanta.
Is Miller a long-term thing? Is there anything he's dealing with?
No, he should be back this week.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, guys, thanks now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ready to go? Question for Sam?
Not a lot to break down, Sam, but what do you think about it? I guess especially when you got down inside the 10.
Yeah, I mean, we got down there. Just got to put it in the end zone. You don't get those opportunities much, and especially early on in the game, it was good to get down there. We just got to punch it in.
Who was your read on the play action? I assume most of them were covered.
Yeah. I mean, they had a shell look. I mean, they were playing some zone. They zoned everything off, and so I just felt like the best decision was just to throw it away. Live to see another down there.
From an operational standpoint, did you get everything accomplished you wanted to see just being out there for the first time?
Yeah, I thought we were in and out of the huddle, all game. I think that was good. Obviously, we started towards the red zone, so that is what it is. But it was good to get that work, and I thought we were efficient. Like I said, we just got to punch it in.
Sam, your first time actually being in the stadium, in the uniform and everything, did it feel normal or weird?
I mean, coming off a season where there weren't a lot of fans, it was awesome. To be able to see them back out there, and it was great to feel that atmosphere, and it was a good time.
On the very first play, what you saw, was that Robbie your first read, or was that?
Yeah, I mean, Robbie was my first read, and he kind of stumbled a little bit coming out of his break, but decided to hang on to him, and obviously that was a good decision, and it was good to get that connection going.
Terrace has made some plays in camp and preseason games as well. I'm just curious how impactful you think he can be in the first year.
Yeah, I mean, he can be a really good player for us. You know, he's just got to continue to do what he's been doing every single day. You know, he comes in, he works really hard, doesn't say much. He just puts his head down, takes the coaching, and takes it out there on the field with him. So he's been great for us so far, and we're just looking forward to, you know, him continuing to learn and grow in this offense.
I know you came in knowing how much you were going to play tonight, but did you at all want to play like another series or anything like that?
I mean, as a competitor, as a player, you know, you always want to stay out there, but, you know, obviously that was the plan going in, and we all knew it.
What do you want to accomplish this week and/or next Friday against Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I think just, you know, continue to build off of, you know, what we did that first drive, obviously score touchdowns, but just continue to see, you know, a really good operation, getting in and out of the huddle, you know, making the right checks, everyone communicating together, and then, like I just said, punching it in. So that's what we want to see.
Is it more time or execution level that determines kind of what you want to see in terms of how much you want to play Friday?
Yeah, I think obviously you want to go out there and execute, maybe a little bit of both. I mean, you want to see playing time, especially before the season, you know, gets started. But again, if we go out there and execute, you know, I guess at the end of the day, that's up to Coach Rhule.
You mentioned, Matt, he was saying how you're down at the goal line and really kind of running base stuff. Is there a fine line between wanting to score and kind of end your series on a positive note versus not blowing open the lid on the playbook?
Yeah, I mean, you want to score, obviously, first and foremost. Like I kind of mentioned there just before, as competitors, you want to punch it in, but at the same time, you know, we should be able to go down there and score with our base plays. You know, that's really what it comes down to, and like I said, we should have punched it in.
All right, thank you very
Thanks,
much.
guys.
What's going on, guys?
How did you feel tonight went for you?
Great. Thought, another opportunity to learn from and get better. That was a good defense to go against. They do a lot of different stuff. They're sound, you know, different than a lot of other teams in the NFL. So it's good to kind of work that this week and play against them. So I thought it went well.
Was it exciting to know you were going to come in right after Sam, like knowing that you know you're going to get a little bit more of an opportunity tonight than last week?
Yeah, absolutely. Always excited whenever, you know, I get an opportunity. Just try to make the most of it. So.
You feel like you made the most of your opportunity tonight or not?
Yeah, I think so. We got to score in the red zone. There's some miscommunication, some things we got to clean up. But, you know, I think took care of the ball, played pretty mistake-free, made some throws, moved the ball. You know, just got to come in and get a day better and, you know, try to put this all together.
You guys, after that drive, did Matt gather you guys on the sideline after the missed field goal, and what was the message there?
Yeah, just, you know, beating ourselves in a lot of ways. And, you know, just not finishing. When we get down there, we got to, you know, convert on third down, punch the ball in. You know, can't always just settle for field goals, so we got to get better.
You mentioned some issues with protection checks. What was the deal with that? And how much, I've heard Baltimore, even in the preseason games, runs a pretty exotic blitz package. Was that the case tonight?
Yeah, they do. They do some really good stuff. They do a lot of different things, probably more exotic than I've ever seen in the preseason. They do a good job. They show different things. They don't really give you the answers to the test. They'll blitz from far off and stuff that doesn't seem very sound, and they cover down, and that's kind of the way they play. They do a good job, and you know, it's our job to pick it up. If they beat us, we got to throw hot. I think some plays we did well at that. I think our line did a great job tonight, and then some plays we got to get better. And at the end of the day, against a defense like that, you're going to win some, lose some. Sometimes you're not always going to pick it up, but we got to make plays and we got to finish in the red zone. Got to score points.
You mentioned miscommunications. Is there anything specific that stands out with why that was happening tonight?
Not really. I think a lot of it's just, you know, it's just a game of communication. You got to be on your P's and Q's at every position. It takes 11 people communicating and doing the right thing. It wasn't every play, you know, but in the NFL, if you miscommunicate on a third down, you're gonna kick a field goal, and so those are frustrating. And you know, as we progress throughout the season, you try to eliminate those because those will kill you when it matters. So.
Will, do you feel like the competition for the backup job is even, or do you feel like because of the familiarity that you've got to kind of outperform PJ to win that job?
Yeah, I try not to even think about that because I'm not sure. I don't know. It's not up to me. I try to take advantage of my opportunities and show that I can play quarterback in this league, and then it comes down to, you know, what they want. That's not my decision. I don't look at it even as a battle with PJ. I look at it as a battle with myself to be the best me I can be every day. I've told you guys I think PJ's a great player. I think we're very different. I think we both can play really well in this league. I think it just comes down to that's, you know, not our decision to make. We both come out and compete every day to get better, and ultimately that decision's upstairs. So.
Nice deep ball. You had a nice deep ball tonight. Will, can you describe that play?
Yeah, it was kind of an alert play. If you get pressed, run a go. If they're off, we run like a stop route. We got to look outside with press to the field. I was able to hold the safety in the middle of the field, so you got more space to the field. Picked up the blitz great on that play, actually, and then Terrace won the one-on-one. Against a team like that, play a lot of man, you got to win one-on-one. So we won that one big play, and he did a good job of saving me some space on the sideline.
Well, was that as comfortable as you've been as a professional?
It's up there. I felt comfortable last week. You know, I think in a game setting, yeah, absolutely.
What was the difference?
I think just experience. I think, you know, reps, understanding the offense, just being in the offense for 2 years helped to kind of, you know it going into camp, so you're kind of working through the details and trying to get better. That's been a huge benefit this year. And then just time and experience. Like I said, just getting the reps and you know, the NFL, so much of it is getting in the right play and, you know, not just being able to throw, but knowing where to throw the ball and having an answer on every play. And I feel like I've come a long way in that area.
You limped off the end there. Was you coming out planned or because of that?
Oh, no, that was planned. I got the wind knocked out of me a little bit. But I was done anyway. I could have gone back in. I'm fine. Just couldn't breathe for a second.
Everybody good? All right, thank you, Will.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
us all the questions. Can you take us through the first forced fumble and what you saw there, what happened in that play?
It was just emphasis in practice, just trying to get the ball out. That series was a long series, so I knew the offense was tired, we was tired, but at the end of the day, we kind of like put an emphasis on getting the ball out, so that was my whole mindset.
One of the standouts in camp so far, and then this game in particular, what's its journey been like for you?
It's been good, nothing but blessings. Just trying to get better each day. Got vets like Shaq and Hassad and Burns. Just picking their minds, just trying to learn their game, and just trying to go out there and just help the team in any way I can.
What do you like you've shown the staff this first couple of preseason games? And what do you feel like you've shown the staff the first couple of preseason games and camp in general?
Just trying to show them that, I'm a guy that they can trust on the field, doing my job, and, just trying to make plays. And hopefully the defense and the offense and the whole team will feed off of that. So nothing but energy and a guy that just does his job.
Seems like when you've been on the field, Frankie, you're always around the football. How much of that is instinct? How much of that is scheme?
Coach Snow always says, just be around the ball. They turn on the tape and you're around the ball, and that's kind of like a mindset of when I started playing under Kevin Green when he used to coach me, and I kind of took that mindset and brought it over here and just to carry on with it.
What was it like to be on the field where Kevin actually played and had some couple of good years here?
Man, it was a blessing having him coach me and passing his game around me as an undrafted kid. He kind of trusted me to come in and just trust his technique and fundamentals, and everything just fall in place.
We all good? Thank you, Frankie. You talked about picking up stuff from Hassan and Brian. What were some of the biggest things that you've been able to pick up from them?
Just reading, passing game, when it's run, key tips on tackles and how deep the back of the depth, the running back's depth, where the quarterback sets up, on his passing game, and just stuff like that, At my fourth year, just looking up to guys like that, just sky's the limit for me. So.
Kevin ever talked much to you about his years here and what he thought of this place and this environment?
I kind of found out by just YouTubing him, and I seen his years at Steelers, and he came here, and Don and the equipment guys kind of knew him, so yeah.
What's your goal for this season?
Man, just trying to help the team in any way I can. That's special teams, defense, it don't matter. Just be on the field and be with the guys and just bring that energy every play. So, yeah.
We all good? All right, thank you, Frankie.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
mean for you guys to see a guy like Frankie Louvu come out and play with the energy he's played with the first couple of weeks?
Man, I love, we call him Oos, but I love Oos, man. I love Frankie. High intensity guy. Motor doesn't stop. In practice, been making big plays, and it is carrying over to the field. Second week in a row where you know he's on the field. He's making plays. Terrific ball player, man. I love him.
What's the nickname you said?
Oos. Yeah, and his he's some type of Hawaiian. I'm sorry, I don't know, but in their language it means brother. So.
Can you speak to the interception tonight? How'd you do that?
Man, it was really DB, Derek Brown. He was pass rushing. I dropped in coverage. He was pass rushing, got his hits. He got his hands up and tipped the ball. And one thing that we preach is tips and overthrows equals picks, So he tipped it, and then it, landed in my area. I caught it, got a couple yards. So that assist came from DB.
How was it to see the starters and to play, as a starter? How was it to be out there and to see you all, out on the field and
It was love, man. I've been dying, to get on the field and play with these guys since the day that I found out I was going to be here, right? A lot of terrific guys on the defensive side of the ball, which I was, and I'm happy to play with these guys. I'm happy to be here because I think that we can be something special. I think this defense could be something special. I think that we have all the right pieces. So to be out there today, even though it's for a series, just to be out there today, running around with them, being able to make that play, it was good as a momentum boost, and hopefully we can continue to carry it.
So I know a lot of this happened after you were off the field, but how much do you feel like this coaching staff will emphasize getting off the field on third down the way that it looked?
It's always an emphasis, no matter who's on the field. For me, once I got off, I just was trying to coach up the young guys on the defensive side of the ball. Everything else, that's up to the coaches to handle. But I just try to do my part as a leader and continue to, try to keep the guys encouraged on defense, continue to try to help them, just encourage them to play hard and finish the game strong.
What specifically has to happen to change the efficiency level with getting off the field there?
It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things. Some of them I won't speak on. It's not my job to speak on those things. But it's a lot of things that play a part in that. Now it's just up to us to go to the drawing board, go back to the film room, see where our mistakes were, and get them corrected and go from there.
How would you describe this defense, the way you guys are moving in and out of different schemes and everything? How would you describe it?
First, it's a versatile defense. We have a lot of athletes who can do a lot of different things. A lot of people that will be playing all over the field at different positions. So I think the biggest thing about our defense is it has a lot of versatility.
One more about Frankie. What is it about him that you think makes him special?
He plays hard, man. He plays the game the way the game is meant to be played, right? Like I said, a high motor. There's no quit in his game. I don't think I've ever seen him take a rep, not full speed. And, he has high energy. That's a big prop to him because a lot of guys, can't keep up with that type of pace that he plays at.
To come out and get that turnover on you guys' only series, how important was that?
Say that one more time.
The defense, when you came out and performed on that first series, getting that turnover, how important was it for you guys to kind of set that tone in this preseason game?
Very important. A lot of it carried over from practice. And just to see it continue out on the field, like I said, it's a momentum booster. And now it's just up to us to continue to play the way we did today for that first series. Carry that out for a whole game and help the team win games.
Like you will need on Friday to feel ready to play a full game in the regular season?
Say that one more time.
How much time do you feel like you'll need on the field Friday to be ready to go?
This is a physical game. And, the body goes through a lot. At the end of the day, though, it is what it is, right? What can we really do about it? The schedule is the schedule. It's up to us to try to get as much rest and recovery throughout the week, so that way when we could come out on Friday, we can be as fresh as we can be, and play the game and get ready to compete.
Practices better than preseason games for getting ready for a season?
This was my first year having joint practices, and I will say that I had a lot of fun, like a lot of fun. And to have, you know, two of them, two separate teams, 2 back-to-back weeks, man, it was fun. You know, it felt like, I don't know how to explain it, just to be able to compete against other people in practice, you know, a different team in practice, fresh faces. It was fun, and not have to go against our offense all the time, just to be able to go out and really unleash on somebody else. Man, it was fun. I had.
Is it better competition than you'd see in a game, like in a short amount of time like you'd normally play?
Not better competition. I wouldn't say that, but I would say that the level of it's a little different, right? When you see somebody every day, right, and you're going against the same person every day, the person knows your moves, you know what they're doing, right? You know what they do, right? And when you get the chance to go against somebody different, somebody like, you know, I go against Timo in practice a lot, so I get the same consistent set from Timo, which is what you want to see from Timo, right? But then get to go against guys from the Ravens, guys from the Colts, and I'm getting different sets now. I'm getting to see different things, which is how it would be in the NFL, you know, throughout the season. I won't be going against Timo every game. I'll be getting to go against different tackles. So to be able to have that, you know, that's what I like.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Everybody enjoy your night. Get home safely.
All right, that's it for us.